Hello friends, it's your favorite neighborhood nerd Simone, and today I would like to share an updated list of my top 5 fountain pens of all times. Now, this is a list that is personal to me. This is not a recommendation list of pens that you should love and you should own. This is what I love of all the pens that I currently own, the top 5. I made the same video last year, and this is the list. I will indicate if the pens repeat how many places they dropped on this list or how many places they went up. And if you're interested in seeing this video, I will link it in the cards above and in the description down below. But we are going to get into it. Some of these pens are inked, some of these pens are not. I will dip them into my Waterman Serenity Blue so that we have a look-see. On place number 5 is a pen that I purchased in 2025. This is the Papa J Studios fountain pen. I don't think this has a name. I personally call it Hippie Flower Girl. This is a piece of art. This is representative of what I love in maker pens, is when there is more than just one resin included in the pen. It's a combination of resins. They are combined beautifully, and this one specifically stands out because it has a floral finial, and I couldn't be happier with the look of this. The resin specifically is loud. There is neon yellow in it. There's purples and pinks, oranges. This is what I love. I love holographic resin. So this is totally up my alley. And then it has a special nib. This is the Bach steel nib in fine, and it works really well for me. So Papa J. This combines the beautiful resin and what I love about fountain pens with amazing performance of the nib. This is an outstanding nib performance, and so this made it on the list of my top 5 pens. Great steel nib. And the epitome, I think I need to have, of a good maker pen, right? A great artistic, woo. All right, let's move on to, so this is number 5. Number 4 is one that was on the list last year. It actually made it to first place. Yes, it got dethroned. It moved down, is it 4 places? 5. Wow, now I can't even math anymore. I still love this pen, but I was able to acquire some amazing pens in 2025 that made this pen move down far down the line. And while using it this year, I have realized that even though I love it, I don't love it as much as some of the other pens. So there was some movement. Now this is the Leonardo Momento Zero Grande in primary manipulation light with a medium titanium nib. This is also a Bock nib. I do love, every time I use this pen, I feel very compelled to ink it up again, but I wasn't drawn to it as much as I was drawn to other pens. This is obviously an amazing resin. There's also a lot of orange, so you can see that I have a style for sure. But this, I'm here for the nib experience. This went down from 1. So, okay, it went down to 2. It went down to 3. Went down to 4. So it went down, where do we put this? Went down 3 places. And this made it onto the list. So those that don't have a thing weren't on the list previously. On number 3 is my Pelikan M800 green demo. I didn't fact check what I'm going to say right now, but I think that I have had either this one in fine, or I bought another variant of the fine nib in the cream blue, and a medium nib in blue stripe. I think I had these inked almost all year, one of these pens. And this is the pen that has been in longest in my collection, so it made it, it's on its list, but it's a representative of the Pelikan M800. Representative. This pen is a little stiffer, the nib, than the titanium nib, and I think that's what makes it, makes me gravitate towards it more than the soft nib of the titanium green demo. With a fine 18 karat gold nib. And I think I need to dip this one, but I think I took too much ink away. So we have downstrokes, side strokes, upstrokes. This is, I mean, it could be on number 1, because what I'm going to say right now is the best combo of nib and comfort. It just feels good. It's extremely well balanced. There's nothing wrong with this pen. I mean, all of those pens are amazing, because this made it down 1. Uh-oh. It was on 2nd place last year. I wonder if this can be topped next year. Now, a pen that made it all the way to 2nd place is this. Is a Franken pen. I combined this amazing pocket pen from White Bear Pens. It's an Ursa Minor. This is their special Pride release, with a pen, my very first gold nib. This was my Pilot Custom 74 with a medium nib in burgundy, and I Frankensteined these two together. I purchased a compatible nib housing for the threading that is in here, which is Jowo. So I put this into the housing from Flexible Nib Factory, and now I have not only a beautiful pen that sits amazingly in my hand, but also a great nib experience. This is the White Bear pens, Ursa Minor, in combination with a Pilot Custom 74 medium 14 karat gold nib. And this pen, this nib, would have been on any list prior if the pen body hadn't been too narrow. Now I was able to salvage the nib and move it to a body that feels great, and this pocket pen, perfect pocket pen in my opinion. Plus first gold nib. Let's move on to honorable mentions. So then this means that this moved up from 0 to 5, 4, 3, 2. So this moved up 4 spots. This moved up 1 spot. Some of these were on my prior favorite pens of all times. Well, actually, it didn't. The brother pen to this one, I purchased it in 2024, the Pilot Custom 743 in verdigris, made it onto my 2024 and onto my favorite pens of all times list. However, during the course of 2025, I have realized that every time I wanted to ink up the nib, which is a Pilot number 15 nib with a medium tip, I would reach for this pen. Both pens had the same nib. Even though the 743 is more convenient, every time I grabbed this one. And the reason for that is that this pen feels extremely well balanced in my hand. And I think that balance cannot be achieved by the cartridge converter pen. I think the balance or the weight that this pen has, due to the vacuum filling mechanism that is back in the barrel, it makes this pen a little heavier and a little bit more, how do I say this? Just I gravitated towards this more because of that balanced feeling. So honorable mention is the Pilot Custom 823 with a medium 14 karat gold nib. Did I write anything else in my other? This is extremely well. I had this inked just like the Pelikan M800 most of 2024-5. Another honorable mention, last year on my honorable mentions, I had the Lamy LX Marron, which was my favorite safari style pen from Lamy, on this honorable mentions list. But this year, I am putting the Lamy Itoya collab. This is the Copper 2 onto this list because it just feels so good in my hand, and it has the extra fine 14 karat gold nib, which I have come to really enjoy over the other 3 nib sizes that I own in the 14 karat gold. So that's what made it on this list. It stayed, but it got a slightly different variation. For me, the reason why this made it on the list is the understated design. I'm all over the place. I love loud pens, but I also appreciate and love pens that are quiet and understated. Which brings us to the complete opposite. This is the Benu Euphoria in Summer Magic. This is one of their hand-painted pens. They have these amazing details on here. The storks are just stunning. The moon. Ugh. Again, the Benu Euphoria with a steel nib, no further specification, made it onto my top 5 pens list of all times in 5th place last year. This year it's only an honorable mention, and I am actually including this specific one because it is just the most amazing piece of art. Benu. And specifically the fine Schmidt nib is a nib that I love a lot. Euphoria Summer Magic. With a fine steel nib, and I love this for the hand painted and the precise wet fine nib. On place number 1, if you want to guess, stop the video right now and leave a comment down below. It hasn't appeared yet, and I actually hinted at it in my other video. Yes. On place number 1, out of the blue, we have the Skoxy low volume eyedropper pen with an ebonite cap and feed in the swampy olive green. Again, this is a Frankenstein pen. I put a medium 21 karat gold sailor nib on here. This is my favorite nib of all times. Plus the understated pen and body, the way how warm the grip section of the ebonite feels. This is an amazing combination, and I don't think this can ever be dethroned. But let's check in next year. So this is the Skoxy low volume eyedropper in olive ebonite with a sailor 20 medium nib, let's put it this way, 21 karat. Oh, I love how this nib performs. I love how the ink flows. I love the craftsmanship on this pen. Look at the inner polishing of the pen barrel. There's not a lot of ink left. And how the slosh. This is just next level amazingness. Now, just a hint, I've said this so many times now. This is not, the fact that the ink leaks out of here is not a problem with the pen. This is me not using enough silicone grease when I first inked it. And so whenever I'm going to call this quits, I'm going to clean it thoroughly. And next time I ink it, I will use a little bit more silicone grease. But man, the craftsmanship and the minimalism of this body, I have loved and looked at these pens for so long. That's how it feels to me. And the second I got it and unboxed it, I knew that It was the right choice. This was the pen that I always wanted. Now, let's put here the minimalist design, the outstanding plus my favorite nib of all times, this nib is wet, it is smooth, plus it has feedback. This is not something that you can get on many nibs. Often you either have glassy smooth with no texture feeling, the pen feels like it skates. Sometimes you have almost so much feedback that it feels nearly scratchy, or there's not enough ink flow to make the nib be above the page, and you almost press the nib into the paper and indent the paper to make the ink flow out of the nib. This is all not what is happening with this nib, and that's why I love it so much. So this came out of the blue, came from nowhere, came all the way 5 places. These ones, let's just put these here. These two went down, and this went down. Okay, would you have guessed that my favorite pens of all times changed so much over the course of 1 year? My year didn't feel like I had so much exploration as I clearly have done, because it changed so much. Let's see how 2026 turns out. I hope you are making lists like this, not just for the social media. Even if you do not have social media, make a list like this. Think about the pens that came into your life in 2025. Think about the pens that you have experienced over your whole fountain pen experience time, and rank them. And not just rank them, but think about why it is that makes you love these pens most. This is not just a fun exercise. This is also an exercise that tells you so much about what you love about pens, what you love about inks, and prevent you from buying pens that might not work for you, because now you know better what you love about fountain pens and inks. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was fun. It was definitely fun for me to film. I hope you got that vibe all the way through the video. I hope to see you again soon. Until next time, bye.